there's one
Right.
thing to do.
It's a big job to try to make me look good.
Okay, we're all set. So do you want to start by asking a question? And oh, you know what? First, as part of the intro, before you answer the question, can you tell us who you are and all that stuff?
Sure.
Yeah. And
Are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm not planning on asking the questions because I don't want to be in the background. So
Okay.
I wrote down some of those
Yeah.
questions.
Let's just talk through it, and we can always stop along the way, and you can ask me to say something else, right? And then you can cut it up later the way you want,
Yeah, exactly.
right? So my name is Scott Beck, and I'm the CEO of CHG Healthcare. We're one of the largest healthcare recruiting and staffing companies in the country, based here in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Perfect.
Okay. You know, unlike a lot of other businesses, culture is at the core of our growth strategy here at CHG. We don't view it as a nice to have, we view it as a must have, because we're in the people and the relationship business. Our number one core value is putting people first, and we've tried to create a relationship with people and an environment here that people want to be a part of, where they can thrive. That's kind of the core of our mission in building a culture. And it's helped us receive some important recognition, most notably over the last 6 years. For each and every year, we've been recognized by Fortune as one of the 100 best companies to work for. And if you understand a little bit more about how to get on that list, what you'll learn is that it's all about the level of trust that employees have with their supervisors, with their coworkers, and with the work that they do. There's a sense of pride. So to earn a spot on this list not once, but 6 years in a row, has become a powerful sort of validation for our employees that this is the kind of place that they want to work for. It's also brought a tremendous benefit to us that we didn't anticipate, and that is that it's brought us a lot of recognition. Last year we hired almost 600 employees here at CHG, but we had over 18,000 apply, in part because of the recognition that we've received that Fortune has brought us. Is that what you're looking for?
That was freaking awesome.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And one of the other things you might add to that discussion is, you know, how that translates into retention and engagement and things like that, because there's some very tangible industry numbers that you've talked about in the past.
Right. Sure. So one of the reasons that culture is so important to us is because we're in the relationship business. We're building relationships with healthcare providers, doctors and nurses, and building a trusting relationship with them and with our employees actually shows up in our financial statements. It translates very quickly into lower turnover and lower operating costs, higher retention, higher satisfaction, and higher engagement, all of which contribute meaningfully to creating a great experience for our customers, who take a great care of our bottom line and in turn take good care of our shareholders. But we're really clear about how we think about that. Our people come first. Our customers come second. Our customers take care of our financials, and our financials take care of our shareholders. But it's our people and our employees that come first, and they appreciate that, and we treat them that way every day.
Do you have specific retention numbers versus the industry?
Sure, yeah. So one of the things that this great culture has helped us do is cut the average industry turnover in the healthcare staffing industry in half. Traditionally, in the healthcare staffing industry, turnover runs in the 50% range. Today, our turnover is in the mid to high teens. So it shows up in a meaningful way and is a powerful driver of profitability and success inside of the company.
Can you talk a little bit about your experience at the Collaborative Culture Summit?
Yeah. So I was very excited to be a part of the Collaborative Culture Summit. Proud to have been a part initially of kind of developing the idea, and was really committed to bringing my team to this summit to help make it a success. Really from the point of view that we were there to contribute to others' experience, because we have some experience developing a culture and leveraging it to drive the business in a way that engages employees. So that was our primary mission in attending, was to help support and contribute. And we did that, and that was a great experience. But something unexpected happened that I didn't anticipate, and that is that my team and I also got a great deal from it. You know, one of the table discussions at the end of the summit was a question about, you know, what does your action plan look like as you leave the Collaborative Culture Summit? And we came up with very specific action steps to take the next step and begin exploring the next chapter in our cultural development, which is already pretty well established here at CHG. And it's going to involve taking our vision of making a difference in the lives of the patients who are impacted by the providers that we place on behalf of our clients, and really embracing that and taking that to the next level. And if we hadn't participated in the summit that fall, during that fall week, I don't think we would have as much clarity and as strong of an action plan to move forward on that we do today. So that was an unexpected benefit that I'm very grateful for.
So what types of businesses would you recommend engage the Center for Innovative Cultures to this journey to culture?
I think every business can benefit by beginning to think more about culture, what it is, how to improve it, how to be a little bit more deliberate about developing it, about articulating it, about living it. It's kind of a popular idea today, this whole idea of developing, a healthy culture. But most companies and most executives give it lip service. If you're interested in really developing a competitive advantage in your business that's sustainable, that's hard for your competitors to duplicate, and you want to build a place that your employees really care about and where they can have a rich experience, I'd encourage you to consider taking on the task and the challenge of improving your culture. And I think there's no better way to do that locally than to become engaged with Westminster's Center for Innovative Cultures. Join the movement.
Excellent.
That was awesome. Yeah.
What else do you think we ought to add to that? And that's all brilliant.
Tell me.
What can you give us any of your favorite takeaways? I know you were a presenter, but what were some of your favorite takeaways from, in addition to the action plan? Like, were there any things that stood out where you like
from the summit?
From the summit, yeah.
Yeah. So one of the big highlights for me, and it was fun because I was involved in kind of bringing this together, was to have Walter Robb, the CEO of Whole Foods, be our first keynote speaker, because he's such a genuine example of believing in the importance and the value of conscious capitalism and building a healthy culture in his organization. And he's so far down the road on developing it. And it's I think a shining example of what a fully developed culture looks like, and how it can really contribute to kind of defining and differentiating them in the marketplace, creating and strengthening their brand, and helping them build an organization that really believes in their mission and in what they're doing. It was impactful for me, and we've made some progress along this way, but it was such a powerful example of doing it in such an impressive and genuine way that I got a lot out of it myself.
It is brilliant. What about the summit as a networking opportunity? You seem to have met a number of people that you'll see again in various activities.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the summit as a networking opportunity?
I probably don't have a strong point of view about that, Michael.
Believe that one.
Yeah, I think it's I'd encourage anybody that's interested in this idea, that has heard about culture, that doesn't really understand what it is or how to build it, what would the journey look like, what step would come first and what would come second, how could I go from where I am today, which is being interested in this idea, to actually building a stronger culture moving forward. If you're interested in that, get involved with the Center for Innovative Cultures and come to our summit. We'll help you figure out how to do it.
Awesome.
What's the idea in the future that you're most excited about related to culture at companies? Is there an idea that you just love?
Well, we've been working on this idea of building a culture here sort of deliberately for the last 10 years. And it's fun for us to see that it's catching on. And it's sort of a movement. People are figuring out that it's about a lot more than just building a profitable business. It's about more than market share. It's about, you know, things that we care about in our personal life. It's about trust and engagement. It's about building relationships. And you know, it's particularly true for this millennial generation because they care so deeply about the type of work that you're doing, and more importantly, in the way that you're doing it. And if they're not engaged and excited about both of those things, they don't want to be a part of your organization. You know, on the other hand, if you can get them engaged and excited about those two things, they can make an unbelievable difference in your organization. And I think they're looking for companies, and they're looking for career opportunities where culture is a big part of the opportunity.
That whole concept of purpose.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's good.
That was awesome. You really are a one-take guy, man.
You know what?
I think that's really good. I think
Yeah.
we've got plenty to work with there.
Oh, man,
Okay.
that was awesome.